know that feeling when your brain just won't shut up? You're lying in bed, the room is quiet, but your mind is loud. You replay a text, a comment, a tiny moment, over and over. Your heart is tense, your chest is tight, and you think, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just relax? If that feels like your life, stay with me, because in this video, you're going to get a clear Stoic map for overthinking and anxiety, and 2 to 3 simple exercises you can actually use. Today, not someday. In a minute, I'll show you one question that can stop a spiral in under 30 seconds. And later in this video, I'll walk you through a full real-life scenario so you can see exactly how this works in action. Right now, here's what you're dealing with. You get a short text. Can we talk later? No emoji, no context. And instantly, your brain writes a whole horror movie. Did I do something wrong? Are they mad? Did I mess everything up? Or you scroll social media at night. Everyone seems ahead of you. Relationships, career, money, body. You're just there, staring at a screen, feeling smaller and smaller. By the end of this video, you'll have 3 simple Stoic moves you can use the next time your mind starts spinning, a way to sort your thoughts so they stop attacking you, a tiny pause that stops emotional overreactions, and a quick daily exercise to train your brain to be calmer. If you don't change anything, you already know the cost. You lose sleep. You ruin perfectly normal days because of one message. You say things in anxiety that you regret in calm. Your self-respect slowly erodes because you feel broken. So let me ask you this. How many times has one small message, one small look, or one small silence ruined your whole day? You're not broken. You're just stuck in a very human loop. Let's talk about why. First, your brain thinks worry equals protection. It believes that if it imagines every bad scenario, you'll be ready. So when your boss says, "We need to talk tomorrow," your mind doesn't stop it. Okay, we have a meeting. It jumps to, "I'm getting fired. I have no future. I'm a failure." Second, your mind mixes what you control with what you don't. It treats other people's reactions like levers you can pull. So you keep replaying what you said, what you should have said, what you might say next time. Third, you judge yourself for feeling this way. You don't just feel anxious. You feel anxious about feeling anxious. I'm too sensitive. I overthink everything. I'm not normal. Does that sound familiar? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We are disturbed not by things, but by our opinions about things." Your anxiety isn't coming from the text, the silence, the meeting. It's coming from the story your mind is telling about them. And if you don't know how to separate story from reality, of course you feel out of control. So let's give your mind a map. Here's the key Stoic idea, in very simple language. There are only 2 boxes in life. Things you can control, things you cannot control. That's it. That's the whole engine. The Stoics call this the dichotomy of control. In modern words, it's just control, not control. You can't control what other people think, what they feel, what they say about you, or what might happen tomorrow. You can control what you do, what you say, what you focus on, and how you respond. Let's turn this into your first micro exercise right now. Do it with me. It takes 15 seconds. Think of one thing that's been stressing you out lately. A text, a conversation, a decision. Got it? Now, in your mind, split it into 2 columns. Column 1, up to me. Column 2, not up to me. In column 2, put everything about other people. Their reply, their mood, their opinion, the exact result. In column 1, Put only what you can actually do today. I can clarify. I can apologize. I can prepare. I can send one honest message. I can choose not to check my phone every 3 minutes. Take a breath and quietly repeat to yourself. My job is column 1. This is your first Stoic move. Before you go into another spiral, you ask, what part of this is actually mine to do? Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Anxiety loves when everything is one big, messy blob. Stoicism says, separate it. And once you separate it, something powerful happens. You realize you're not powerless. You're just focusing on the wrong side. Let's go a layer deeper into why you still get stuck, even when you know this. 1 trap. Your brain confuses thinking with acting. You feel like if you keep turning the problem around in your head, it means you're doing something. But really, you're just burning mental fuel in place. Another trap. You treat your emotions as proof. I feel scared, so something must be wrong. I feel jealous, so I must be behind. The Stoic view is different. Emotions are signals, not commands. And another big one. You forget that your time is limited. You live like you have an infinite amount of nights to waste on the same replay. Seneca wrote, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. When you overthink, you're not solving reality. You're living inside an imaginary worst-case scenario and letting it steal the only thing you never get back. Time. You don't need to fight your mind. You just need better tools. So let's turn this into a simple framework you can use, starting today. Tool 1. The 3-breath, control, not control. Check. Next time your chest tightens and your thoughts speed up, do this. Step 1. Take 3 slow breaths. Pause. In through your nose, out through your mouth, 3 times. Step 2. Ask out loud, if you can, or in your head. Okay, what is actually under my control when in this situation right now? Name 1 thing, just 1. Maybe it's, I can ask for clarity. Maybe it's, I can close this app for 10 minutes. Maybe it's, I can write my thoughts down instead of sending them. Step 3. Do that one thing, not all things, just that one. Remember this. Anxiety wants you to juggle 10 balls. Stoicism asks you to hold 1. Coming up, I'll show you the exact sentence you can say to create space before you overreact to a text or comment. But first, let's add a second tool. Tool 2. The 3-second pause before you respond. Picture this. You see a message that triggers you. Your thumb is already typing. You're about to send a paragraph you'll regret tomorrow. Here's your new rule. Before you respond to anything emotionally charged, you pause for 3 seconds. That's it. You can even say this sentence out loud or in your mind. Give me a second. I want to answer this clearly. It works in texts. It works in arguments. It even works when you talk to yourself. Those 3 seconds are where your power lives. Because in those 3 seconds, you can remember. I don't control their reaction. I only control whether I pour gasoline or water on this fire. Epictetus would tell his students, no great thing is created suddenly. A calmer life isn't built in one huge moment. It's built in these 3-second micro choices over and over. Tool 3. The 2-minute nightly Stoic journal. This is where you train your mind, so the tools become natural. Tonight, before you sleep, take 2 minutes. You don't need a fancy notebook. Your phone's notes app is fine. Answer 3 simple lines. 1. What happened today that triggered my anxiety or overthinking? 1 situation. Keep it short. 2. What was in my control and what wasn't. 2 quick bullets. Mine. What you did, said, focused on. Not mine. Their reaction, the final outcome. 3. What is one thing I'll do differently next time? Just one, for example. Next time, I'll wait 3 breaths before I reply. Or, next time, I'll ask for clarity instead of guessing. Remember this. If you don't review your day, your anxiety will. Marcus Aurelius used his journal in the same way. Not to be perfect, but to practice. Now let's tie in the deeper Stoic lens. Memento Mori. Memento Mori means, remember you will die, not to scare you, but to wake you up. One day you won't be here. One day, everyone you're stressed about also won't be here. When you remember that, something shifts. You start to ask, is this really how I want to spend this one unrepeatable evening? Dying inside over 3 dots on a screen? Or do I want to use this moment to practice being the kind of person I respect? That's the heart of Stoic emotional control, not numbness. Choice. Let me walk you through a full example so you can feel this. Imagine it's 11:48 p.m. You're in bed, lights off, phone in hand. You see a message from someone you care about. We need to talk tomorrow. Your stomach drops. Your brain starts racing. What did I do? Did I say something wrong earlier? Are they going to leave? Is this over? Old you would do this. Reread every message from the last week. Stalk their social media. Imagine a full breakup speech in your head. Sleep? Impossible. You wake up exhausted, already defeated, and the talk hasn't even happened yet. Now let's run the conquered Stoic version. You feel that first wave of panic. Your heart speeds up, your thoughts jump. First, you remember tool 1, the 3-breath control/not control check. You put the phone down for just a moment. You breathe in and out 3 times. Then you ask, what is actually under my control here, right now? You realize, I cannot control what they want to say tomorrow. I cannot control their feelings tonight. I can control whether I torture myself all night, whether I sleep a little, whether I show up tomorrow calm and honest. You quietly say to yourself, my job is column 1. Second, you use tool 2, the 3-second pause. Don't. Instead of sending a panicked, what is this about? Are we okay? Message, you wait 3 seconds and choose a different sentence. You write, got your message. I'm free to talk tomorrow. I'd rather listen properly than overthink tonight, so I'll see you then. You read it once. It's calm. It's respectful. It's aligned with who you want to be. You send it. Then, something small but important happens inside your mind. You remember? Memento Mori. Hey. You think, one day this relationship will end. One day I will too. Do I really want the story of my life to be, I lost years to imaginary conversations in my head? That thought doesn't erase your anxiety, but it shrinks it. You pick up your journal or your notes app and do tool 3. Trigger, text saying, we need to talk. In my control, my reply, my breathing, going to bed. Not in my control, what they'll say tomorrow. Next time, I'll still use the 3-second pause and 1 calm reply. You close your eyes. Is everything magically perfect? No. But you've done your job. You've treated your time, your mind, and your future self with respect. You didn't let one sentence steal an entire night of your life. Let's land this gently. Here are the key ideas I want you to walk away with. 1. You're not broken because you overthink. Your mind is just trying to protect you without a clear map. 2. That map is the Stoic dichotomy of control. Separate what's yours to do from what isn't. 3. You can train this daily with the 3-breath control, not control check, the 3-second pause before you respond, and the 2-minute nightly journal. And underneath all of this is Memento Mori. Your time is finite, your attention is precious, your life is not a rehearsal. So ask yourself, what is one situation in your life right now where you're ready to stop overthinking and start practicing this framework instead? Tell me in the comments, not just for me, but to make a small promise to your future self. If this helped you feel a little calmer, a little clearer, or a little more in control of your reactions, consider subscribing and sharing this with someone whose mind never lets them rest. You might give them back one good night of sleep. Seneca once reminded us, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." You're not trying to erase your emotions. You're learning to steer them.